awake anyway. And we are live. We're just going abrupt. So we are here, everybody. I hope everyone's doing good. Mr. Mom Collectibles, we are back live. It is Monday night. It is 8 p.m. My daughter's still awake. I'm tired. It's been one hell of a day. But we do have some great guys on the panel today. Carlos, how are you doing today, my friend, or tonight?
Doing great. Busy day, but glad to
Doing
be here.
Yeah, and CMB, clutch as always. Last minute, we had some bailouts. You were available to jump in. How are you doing, my friend? I love the thumbnail that you have going on there.
Thank you, sir. Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Of
Carlos, what's
course.
going on?
Good. How you been, man?
No, another day, another dollar. Same shit, different toilet.
All right. So it's been a little, little, and we're gonna have some fun. We have some stuff to talk about. We have some trouble to cause. I kid. And so we're going to ease into some topics, and we do have giveaway tonight, right? So we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to talk about a couple things. So I do want to see who's in there right now, who's in the live chat. So we have Matt Thrawn is ready. So I hope you're doing great, my friend. Matt, thank you for being here. Let's see, some guy channel member. What's up, my people? I hope you're doing great, my friend. Plastic Hero Collectibles, Jeremy saying, Ryan, where are you? I know you just messaged me about the ghost, but he just messaged me about something and I missed you. I will actually message you on Facebook. So I'm gonna hit him up here on the side because Jeremy was trying to hunt something down for me. So I'm trying to work out a deal with him on something. And he messaged me literally before I went live. So I do apologize, Jeremy. That's why I'm gonna message him right now if you guys don't mind 1 second. Hey.
No, go ahead, man. It's your channel.
All right, so I just sent Jeremy a message. I apologize about that. Hal is in the building. How are you doing, my friend? Hal, dropping the wrench. Moderators, thank you so much for being here. TK Boy 210, what's up, collectors? I hope you're doing great tonight, my friend. And saying, hey, how's it going, Jeremy? Hope your Monday's going good. Yeah, hope he is too. The Everyday Collector, I hope you're doing good, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy that gift. I hope it's on your way. So I hope you enjoy that from me. But thank you so much for being here, my friend. MB Dyson is in the house saying hello, everybody, as well as the Hot Toys Nightmare saying hello, Sean. I hope you're doing great as well. And obviously, Carlito, how are you, sir? Thank you for dropping a comment in the chat. We got Big Dog Pound 1 dropping the woos to everybody, shouting out everybody that's here. Thank you so much for being here. We got Greg H as well saying, hey, what's up? Another great moderator, Payton. I have so many moderators, right? For someone who doesn't stream that much, I have so many moderators, but having fun, right? Everyone acknowledging the Big Dog Pound. We have channel member Bat Dad dropping the beer, the wave, and the bats. I hope you're doing great, my friend. We converse all the time, dropping great feedback on all my posts, my comments. So engaging. I love to see it. Another Batman brother out there, Batman Collectibles. Good evening as well. Thank you. Saying appreciate. Looking forward to it. Yep, I know it's on its way. And another channel member, the Broke Collector. So many channel members are jumping. I really do appreciate the support as always. Saying evening, everybody. I know I don't stream that much, but when I do, I try to stream when it's relevant. So, like I said, we're going to jump into it. Now, we do have a giveaway going on tonight. We got some things we're going to recap. Not too much of a crazy long stream, but I want to jump right into some topics. So what we're going to do is, like I said, I have a giveaway that we're doing, which is I joke around with it, the close to 3K giveaway. The reason why I want to do the giveaway is because it started with this right here, which was the Joker Detonator. I saw people getting these things and flipping out. I was able to secure one thanks to Jeremy over at Plastic Hero Collectibles. He did have some of these, so I was able to get one, and we're going to be giving this away. But in doing so, the thought process was, well, what if someone doesn't want this? So I got a couple other prizes here as well. This one is also a OT Customs cowl for the Batman. If you've seen that modification out there and you're interested, there's this as well. And then on top of that, I also have a gift voucher from 16 Kit, who graciously donated a $25 coupon code, which I can give you immediately, and it works on anything, valid till the end of the year. And then the final one is going to be a Sideshow gift card for $25. And so I thought that was a nice one also. So basically all paid for by me. But I was able to start, get this stuff out there. So the way we're going to do it is winner picks prize. And so basically you pick the first, we pick first, and you have a choice of anything. So it's not necessarily Detonator first. You can choose anything you want. If you want the gift, the 1/6 kit credit, that's fine. Take what you want. So it doesn't mean you get first dibs. And then as we trickle down, I don't want to make it sound like the last winner gets the crumbs, but we'll work something out. So we'll see how it goes. We might have to wing it a little bit, but it's meant to have fun, right? And what we're gonna do is have some people trickle in. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna talk about something and then do a giveaway throughout the stream. So I'm not gonna be one of those people that I'm gonna string you along and hey, you got to stay till the end and watch everything. Nope, no bullshit. So we're gonna talk about a topic and then do a giveaway. Topic, giveaway. We might even do two at the same time just to get the giveaways out. So I don't want to waste anyone's time, this panel's time. I just want to get our money's worth. So what I want to just jump right into, guys, is what was announced today. A little icebreaker to let people kind of trickle in and get a feel for what's going on. So James Gunn finally put on his Instagram. I thought this was fake. I thought this was AI, to be honest with you. Thought it was AI generated at first, so I had to check to make sure it was. But we have our first official photo of Superman from the movie coming out, 7/11/25. And I know some of us talked about it on the side, but I just want to get some thoughts. CMB, I haven't heard from you at all. I'm just gonna jump right in. What are your thoughts about it? The photo. I know it's just an initial image, and I know there's a lot of reactions going on, but when you saw it, what were you first thinking about it?
The suit seems a little baggy, doesn't it? That's
Yes,
what it
it
looks
does
like
around
to
the
me. Like
arms.
there's yeah, exactly. Up in the shoulders, arms area is bunched up a lot. Um, um, Other than that, I don't know. I don't know really what to think. Just
Mm,
because I don't know. Like Henry Cavill, like dude, he set the bar high as far as being Clark Kent and Superman. You know,
yeah.
so I don't know. It's hard. Like I'll have to see the movie. Like as far as the suit, though, I do like it. There's a lot of they definitely took from different Superman looks. Like uh, that S. When I was looking at it earlier, it looks like 'cause there were photos of it. Kingdom Come. If you just change the
Yes.
colors around, but it's the
Yes.
Kingdom
Yes.
Come S. And like the pattern on the suit, that's the first thing I noticed was the pattern on the suit. I said, that looks like the new 52. And then uh, somebody showed it, and I was right. Yeah, it's side by side comparison. It is like somewhat of a nod to the new 52. And then I think there was one more person that posted something else. I've only seen like three comparisons saying that it looks like the suit is three different things merged into one.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I didn't
it's
have time
really
to.
weird because he's suiting up, but you're used to seeing Superman do it in a flash, like in a phone booth
It
or
re-
just right there on the go type of thing. Like this reminds me really of like the old original comics
I was going to
when
say
they
to you,
first
Alex
started out.
Ross reminds me of Alex Ross, because Alex Ross used to do things like that, like showing a humanistic side of like
Yeah,
slow motion suiting up, or Batman taking his clothes off in the living room or something like that. It just gives you a different depiction, right? It's
hmm
weird. A different. I mean, I'm not against it, but it does give you a different depiction, almost like, all right, I got a 9 to 5 job going to work, while the world is being destroyed behind me, kind of
yeah.
thing.
No,
It is
exactly. Like
interesting.
that's what it reminds me of. Like I said, like even like the old school original comics, because that's where Alex Ross got a lot of his inspiration from. Was like a lot of the old school stuff.
Yeah,
And that's what I get this vibe from because they always showed the like you said the human side even with Superman, like it wasn't in the really old school stuff, it wasn't just him in a phone booth. It literally would have scenes of him like in a room putting on his boots like
correct.
one
Yep,
foot at a
correct.
time. So in the background, definitely getting it looks like Brainiac. That's supposed to be the villain, right? For this one, it's supposed to be
I
Brainiac.
think so. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Oh, I know there's a bunch of people.
it's
Like I
it's
know
it's got a whole
Metallo's in it.
mishmash of
Yeah,
stuff
I
going
know
on.
like
Yeah, it does.
Metallo's in it and things like that.
Yeah, no, 100%. What's really funny is that the suit itself, I guess, because of James Gunn injecting his own design into it a little bit, it has, and I think I said this to you, Carlos, and then you could jump in. It almost has like a Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it, oddly enough. Like for me, if you took the cape off, it's almost like I could see Star-Lord wearing this. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because it has like a Guardians type of look to it, like the blue. I know CMB's talking about like, here's the thing. And I know we're dissecting over one image. I know that. In a way, I see the crumpling here in the suit and stuff. I kind of don't mind it because I'm always I'm always a fan of real suits on people. That's why I think Spider-Man killed Tom Holland for me, because they basically CGI'd his suit every time. So you never saw these real wrinkles and stuff like that. You can see it's really him putting a suit on. One interesting thing, and I'll turn it over to you, Carlos. I saw some people, like I said, I didn't have time to get it, like trying to color enhance this. It is hard to see whether or not he's wearing red tights here or not. It's very difficult to see. I mean, obviously it's probably done intentionally to kind of keep that kind of, I don't know if they ever actually disclosed if James Gunn said he was wearing no tights or it was meant to be just blue pants, kind of like a Henry Cavill suit. I don't know if that was ever officially announced, whether he was going to be wearing tights or not. I don't know. But I saw some people doing some enhancements, but it could have been, people are going to dissect this stuff left and right until we get more photos. But Carlos, I don't believe you were a fan of this, right?
No, my reaction to it initially was negative.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me over time. I mean, from what I see here, it's just like the suit just looks really loose. I think what you said about the Guardians of the Galaxy reference is completely accurate. I can see that. But a few things. I think the actor looks great. It looks like he put some work in. I mean, maybe there's some padding in the suit, but it looks like he took the role seriously and did, bulked up a little bit. The suit just throws me off. I'm not used to seeing like a loose Superman suit like that. But
Yes.
Superman's been done so many times already. Maybe they're just trying to do a different take, so it's not the same thing rehashed again, right? But one thing I kind of noticed right now as you guys were talking is it almost seems like it may be a still shot of him moving in kind of like slow motion, even though he's moving at super speed, because there is a laser and it almost looks like it is a picture, right? But it looks like whatever's happening behind them is almost in suspended animation while he's suiting up. And I don't know if that's the take that we're trying to take. Like he's actually in motion, but just what it looks like when he's actually doing, even though he's moving at super speed. I thought that might have been
Yeah, and he also, yeah. Oh no, I was also going to say, because he actually, if you see here, James Gunn actually does make a comment, and he says the above photo was taken by our intrepid still photographer and is entirely in camera. So I mean, that just kind of give you some context of the photo there. But yeah, I mean, it grows on us. It's hard to say. I almost kind of think it's funny because the way one last comment, then we'll jump in. But I think it's kind of funny the way James Gunn does stuff, right? Because like I think it's what you touched on CMB. We're used to Superman so fast that it's almost kind of a funny reverse effect of like showing him dressing up like in slow motion. Does that make sense? It's kind of like it's kind of like a reverse effect of it. Like, yes, we're so used to him, it's like in a flash, he's in a suit and boom, he's gone. That this is kind of like a play on that. Well, you guys see that now. We're going to give you like a version of him suiting up, slow-mo kind of thing, like the reverse. I don't know. It's just something different. I feel like James Gunn has a kind of style where it's like he gives you the opposite of what you expect to see. And so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyone out there, let me know your thoughts in the live chat what this was. But like I said, dropped today. At first, like I said, I thought this was AI because it looks like a very much of an AI photo. I really thought that it was AI when I first saw it. I didn't see it on Instagram. I think I saw it on Facebook or something like that, and I really thought it was AI. So I went on Instagram to see his official James Gunn's page, and sure enough, there it was. So I just want to jump back into some of the comments, if we don't mind, to see kind of who's, because I know more people were trickling in. We got Bob Dylan in the house. What's going on, man? How are you? Saying, wow, nice items. Good luck to everyone. Hope you're doing great, Bob. So thank you so much for being here. Everyone just kind of trickling in, making some comments. Just checking out to see if there was anybody else that was coming in. Hot Toys Nightmare says, it will be hard to persuade me that someone other than Henry Cavill can be Superman. That is, yeah, I'm sure people thought the same thing about Henry Cavill, who loved Chris Reeves. So yeah, it's a completely fair assessment. Matt turned around and says lots of people on X don't like it. They are going after Jim Lee because it looks close to his new 52 design. Yeah, I mean, there you go. And then Chris Santos in the house saying, what's up, Mr. Mom? I hope you're doing great. Saying hello to everybody. I hope you're doing fantastic out there as well. So everyone's just saying hello, trickling in. So I don't know if it's too early to do one, but let's roll a dice, shall we? Let's roll the dice. And this is what I was trying to say. Be on your toes. So Carlos is like, ugh, ready to go. And so what I did was I picked this is a website that I usually wear. MB Dyson said he is wearing red trunks. I just checked the color in Photoshop. So that's interesting. So I do think that doing that on purpose to kind of hide it a little bit with the shadow. But I was wondering. So MB, thank you so much. We'll be interested to see that, what happens. But
Yeah,
I
that's
had
what I was gonna say.
suspicion.
Internet's saying that it's gonna be the red shorts version.
Yeah.
Not like the underwear, but the actual like shorts version.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting take.
So
well, I mean, they're not, they're
yeah.
pretty much, they're like Daisy Dukes, but they're red.
No, I got you.
Yeah, they're just short. They're like trunks. Yeah, they're just short trunks. By the way, if you hear noise in the background, my daughter is still trying to go to bed. So that's the life of being a dad YouTuber. Everyone on the panel knows all about that dad life. So it's is what it is. So I have this YouTube comment picker. So the way that the video was, I posted a video outlining the detail, and I basically just told anyone just comment on it. It didn't matter. You didn't have to be subscribed, nothing like that. Just drop a comment so that way it would trigger on here. So it closed off. And so I just want to see, there's the video. I filtered out duplicate users. So anyone that was trying to double in twice, I removed that. I also, I'm not doing any replies because I did reply to everybody. So I acknowledged everybody who commented that was legitimate and everything. So everything's in there and it's very simple. I just hit the button and we pick somebody, and that person does have to be present to get the prize. We'll give you about say a minute, right? I'll put a timer on. I got my phone here and we'll do a minute. Let's do a timer, stopwatch. All right, so ready? All right. Count us down, CMB.
3, 2, 1.
Kevin Collectibles 807. Start the timer. I don't know if that person's in there, so they dropped a comment. And you have 1 minute. Like I said, there's only about 42 people watching, so he may or not be present. But if he is, I will go to another person and see he will be removed from it. But we are 30 seconds in. And oftentimes when this happens, there's dead space, there's dead time, but it's Kevin Collect is here. He is here. There he is, right here. I am here. Congratulations, Kevin.
Congrats, Kevin.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Denobi says hi. It's Kevin. So Kevin is here. So Kevin, I do want to be clear once again. You have a choice of 4 items to choose from. So you have an InArt Joker Detonator. This is the InArt Joker Detonator. It is sealed there. You also have the OT Customs cowl for the Batman. So you have a Joker and a Batman prize. If neither one of these fancies you, you can also get a $25 credit to 1/6 kit or a Sideshow gift card. So drop a comment now and let me know which one that you want, and we will remove that prize from the pool, Kevin. So please drop a comment now in the live chat and let me know what it is that you want. If you want one of the 2 prizes that I have to ship, then you have to, either way, you have to hit me up on like Instagram or something like that. So, but Kevin, let me know what prize is that you want, and that will be removed from the next go around. So when I pick the next person, then they have, 3 of to choose from. So Kevin, you need to drop a comment and let us know what it is that you're looking for. In the meantime, we'll move on to the next segment, but make sure if anyone out there can keep eyes on Kevin and make sure, he calls out the prize. I'll actually flag the comment so that way it's pinned so I have it. But Kevin, if you're out there, please let me know which prize it is that you do want and let me know. Sideshow
gift card.
cards. Perfect. So Kevin, I flagged that so I have it. Kevin, if you don't mind, hit me up on Instagram. If one of the moderators could please drop my Instagram out there. Kevin, if you could reach out to me on Instagram, just shoot me a DM so I have it, and then we can hook up after the stream. I can get you the gift card by either tonight or tomorrow. I will email it to you. So I just need your first name, last name, and an email address. and I will email you a Sideshow gift card. So once again, if someone can drop my Instagram in there, I mean, it's Mr. Mom Collectibles. This ain't that hard to figure out, but if one of the mods could do it, there's like 15 mods in here, so I'll put one of them to work. But I want to jump over to the next segment, guys. And this is just basically going to be probably the biggest one of the bunch, which is the May the 4th. And so obviously, you know, May the 4th has concluded. And so here we are. So what I did was, if anyone had watched the video I did a week prior, I did like a May the 4th kind of like a public service announcement, right? Like recapping the previous years. And if anyone saw, I made this video where I backtracked from 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, and now I filled in 24. So I really just want to have an open discussion with you guys and just kind of get your thoughts about, and we can backtrack to previous years, by the way. Like if anyone doesn't remember, we can honestly go back to 2019 when they didn't do anything special. So here's 2020, by the way. And what I did was I kind of did leading up to May the 4th. So you had an idea of like the events leading up to, and I'll go out on a limb and say this was probably the best May the 4th that we had overall. Is that a fair assessment? I mean, looking at what was here now, you can see in 22 what was released, what was teased, what was announced. There's 23, and then there's 24. I mean, you can argue April 5th, that's not there, but like I said, I wanted, because Hot Toys had a record of a past history of giving us stuff up to May the 4th. I included the Anakin, but even if you don't include the Anakin, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You had 10 figures, basically. So, like CMB, I'll just start it out and we'll have an open conversation. What were your thoughts on this year's May the 4th? Were you pretty well happy about it? And if you don't mind saying, how many of these figures did you end up walking away with in terms of what was announced?
I thought the drops were good.
Mhm.
You know, I was caught off guard with a couple of them, like many people. You know, Star Killer, Revan, uh, the Dark Empire Luke. I mean, we all had an idea that at some point we might get them, you know, but we just never figured that it would actually kind of happen. It was pretty much on like everybody's wish list. You know, we knew that at some point a Darth Maul 2.0 would come for the Phantom Menace anniversary. So I mean, it was a surprise that we got it this soon and announced for the May the 4th announcements. It's really caught off guard with the 000
Mhm.
DT1 from Dr. Afra comic line. The clone stuff with the chromes, not so much, just because we've seen that before with, you know, all the exclusives when they've done it with OT stormtroopers. You know, they did it with, you know, we got the silver clone troopers, so we knew that at some point the gold one was inevitable. You know, the silver Cody, that was kind of weird, but it was cool at the same time. Uh, so I mean, I liked it. I have no complaints really. I mean, it could have been worse. I mean, we've had worse releases, to be fair. So I mean, a lot of these figures, you know, people
Mhm.
wanted, as far as, like I said, wish lists and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think it was good.
Yeah. How I reshare something real quick.
Uh,
Hang on one second. There we go. Carlos, what are your
I
thoughts on this?
I think it's like you said, it's probably the best year we've had as far as number of drops.
Mhm.
I think it's hit or miss depending on the type of Star Wars fan.
Mhm.
I think they try to sprinkle a little bit of everything for everybody, right? Like
Mhm.
you had your Maul, which is more of a mainline character from the prequel trilogy, and then you had like some stormtroopers that were like you know OT,
Yeah.
but they hit you know, extended universal, you know, they call it legends now. They hit it hard, and I think
Yeah.
that's great for a lot of fans that didn't get love for years. Shout out to Matt. I know Matt was like super excited about
Dude,
this.
he was super excited when he was able to
Like
score that.
it was
yeah,
awesome seeing his excitement for it. So I understand, you know, everybody should get their opportunity to collect what they want, I feel.
Yeah.
But even me, like I'm not too well versed on the novels, comics, or some of the video games, right? But like I know Luke specifically was kind of like love it or not really love it or hate it, but more like love it or really don't care.
Yeah.
For me, it's a dark side Luke Skywalker, so I was all in on that. It was actually my favorite drop, other than the mall. So I mean, I think it was a really good year for Star Wars overall, in my opinion. And I think one of the surprise standouts was 000. I couldn't believe how many people were excited for that. Really kind of obscure character, but it's such a cool droid. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because people were like, the Luke was an interesting one just because it doesn't appeal to everybody. And the thing about Star Wars, let's take a look back, shall we? I mean, this was 2024, and if everyone, like I said, you want classes in session a little bit, this is what 2023 was. And like I said, April 6th, we got the Vader and the 3PO, which I think a lot of people thought, well, if they're giving us that and getting those out of the way, then man, we're going to be eating good for May the 4th, right? I mean, if they started it out with two bangers, then the possibility is, and then obviously, and what's funny is that April 28th, they teased the Last Jedi Trooper, and actually that was released today. So we didn't really cover that because how many people care about that? But May the 4th was what it was. We got, the two announcements and the release. But even if you go back to the previous year, 2022, I mean, you look at the release, the tease, the release, and then what was actually May the 4th, it was all, Attack of the Clones. That's what 2022 was. And then even 2021, it was all Mando, pretty much, for the most part. And then in 2020, which people, the COVID year, you had two Empire figures, which weren't exactly, groundbreaking. And then March. And what's funny is that even some of this stuff, like if they would have put Krennic in for May the 3rd, I don't know how many people would be happy about that. It was more or less a release than anything, but this was like a lot of Mando stuff. And then 2019. So I actually went back on, just so people are aware, I went back on Hot Toys' Facebook page, and you can actually do a search specifically year by year. And that's what I did. So, I mean, I literally went year by year, and you can just type in 2019 May, and boom, it takes you right there to what was announced, and you can just scroll through stuff. And I put this together, this little visual, because I thought it was a nice screenshot to encapsulate everything. But the thing about this is that if there were those out there that were disappointed by this stuff, I don't see it as, like, for me personally, I walked away with Luke, Maul 2.0, if Denobi's out there. Well, I love you. I love you, Denobi. And which I call the Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper, because I've been waiting for an original trooper. Everything else I didn't get. If you want, I'm not really counting this, but everything here I just don't have a connection to. But I'm not upset about that because my wallet is safe. You just move on to the next thing. And now the other thing I didn't even bother to do, guys, is actually what's happening after May, because I did, as Doc Brown said, I went into the future, previously when I was doing my research for these announcements, right? Like 2023, 2022. I went even ahead past May, like in end of May. And dude, we got bangers even after each year. Like, they gave us more Star Wars stuff. Okay. And so that's why, like, May the 4th it's great, but it just proved more of an updated re-release. All right, you're paying attention. 10 I'll steal your line, 10 points. But the fact of the matter is that, looking at this, I didn't want to cram too much on each page, but I looked at, okay, May the 4th, what did they do 10 days later? What did they do 15 days later? That kind of thing. And they still were releasing Star Wars figures for every year into May. And so for those that, maybe are not happy with what they gave you here, it obviously is this is just meant to be a guide of what Hot Toys has been doing. And, not for anything, it just proves that Hot Toys, in my opinion, they don't really worry about following deadlines and dates and stuff. They're going to release shit when they want to release stuff. And obviously, they paid a little more attention to May the 4th this year than what people think they did last year, by giving, and what I like is that they did different things. And the other thing, guys, I want to talk about, if we can, because like I said, this is just kind of all snowballing into this topic, is how do you guys feel about this? And guys, and everyone in the chat, let me know how fast the turnarounds were on these, right? Like, Luke was announced, pre-order next day. Some of these figures were like, you got to have money ready. They were shipping within days. right? So it wasn't even like the days where like, hey, listen, they put up a figure and then you had 2 weeks to figure out, we're going to give you 2 weeks for this artisan, like it was with the Joker or with the other things. You literally had to pre-order this and be in the queue the next day within less than 24 hours of announcement. I love that. I don't know what you guys think about that. I love that fast paced kind of just get it now. If you're ready, you got to be prepared. No bullshit. If you want it, be ready.
I think Hot Toys has always been somewhat of an enigma on release dates and when they put stuff out. To me, this year tells me that they were somewhat listening. I think 2022 was the best year we had before this, and 2023 people thought that momentum would keep
You think
going,
2020 this was?
that was probably the best year we had before this one. As far as how many drops, I think 2023 was better in that we got a Vader and C3PO, right? That everybody was waiting for Return of the Jedi, but other than that, it was kind of like a bust. So I think they were listening. They tried to really spread out. It was like a whole week of drops, and it was really exciting. Everybody's staying up. Like there was a lot of engagement in the hobby. And then the other thing is that tells me they're listening is what they did with the Luke Skywalker suit, right? It's not pleather. It's a nylon material. They had it in the actual pictures. They made a point of it. And I'm hearing Starkiller is the same, even though they didn't announce it. So if anybody's worried about the Starkiller pleather issue, it's not really pleather from what I've heard. So, that's something to take into consideration when pre-ordering. But all these things, I just hope they keep this up because, like I said, like they'll turn around to give you like another pleather figure the next Vader release. Makes absolutely no sense. So, I guess they somewhat listen is the best way to put it.
Yeah, and like I said, I think the difference is, like I said, it was the fast pace, right, of these figures. Like I said, like the Stormtrooper, a lot of these figures here, you had to either be in the queue ready for them the next day, or these things were shipping in literally what was shipping. The Trooper was shipping already. These three were, so these three are out. I think the gold is out already, and so is the Shadow Trooper. So 1, 2, 3. So we had, how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 figures. And of those 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So half of them were instant within less than a week. That was what also was a very different May the 4th, is that you weren't like Thanos collecting, deposits. You had to pay up front within a week. You were dropping some serious money, just it is what it is. And I thought that was a real different change of pace.
What's up with Sideshow? Like, I mean, it's a good thing. I'm not complaining, but they're putting them up for pre-order. You're no longer waiting. It's like day of. We get up in the morning and put your order in and you're done. You're not waiting until like 10, 11 in the morning the next day. So I think like what you said, part of it was like stuff coming out immediately adds to the excitement. So they're just trying to do something special, it seems like, for May the 4th.
Yep. 100%. And so I think this is just, like I said, I think it was a really great one. And I like how it was unique stuff. And I think it was a mix of everything. And I think it made collectors really happy for, what it was. And I think there was something here for everybody, honestly, for the most part. I know there's gonna be people out there, and you know what, for those who didn't order a single thing because you weren't happy about it, your wallet was safe. And that money is saved for something else versus someone that maybe would have ordered everything. They got to slow down towards the middle end of the year. So I think there's a happy medium to be found one way or another with all this stuff. TK Boy says, yeah, Hot Toys turnaround times might start keeping collectors on the sideline if your wallet isn't ready. A lot of future exclusives going forward. Yep, 100%. And Trash Panda says, Hot Toys is killing it for sure. The number of figures just this year is nuts. Yes. And Bat Dad says, Hot Toys just flexing. MB Dyson says, collecting Star Wars is a huge commitment. Yeah, I mean, it's hard if you're just going to be a Star Wars fan. I mean, don't worry, you're eating good. Let's put it that way. If you're an Iron Man fan, you only have one Iron Man this year, but Star Wars fans are eating good. Far. Yeah, so far. And then we'll get hit with 19 Iron Mans that are all neon. Trash Panda says, I'm glad I didn't jump on the Revan and waited for a mall to pop up. Well, it's good for you. So, like I said, I think there was something there for almost everybody. That being said, guys, let's jump into it. We are going to do another giveaway. Let me get in my YouTube random picker. And so, obviously, if you're picked to win a prize, you are already removed. So there's no duplicates. So we are going to roll the dice again. Matt says, is everyone ready for Acolyte figures right now? Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, keep that.
Punch yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Don't put that out in the universe.
Yeah, please, Matt.
Don't you
Thanks.
put that evil on us,
Matt
Matt.
is I'm removing Matt right now. So all right, we are going to, so just a reminder for everybody, we're going to pick someone now. The Sideshow gift card is removed from the giveaway. So you have a choice of the Detonator, collar, or a 1/6 kit gift card. So we are going to pick another winner. Carlos, count us down, please.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, start. There you go. Michael Singleton Strew 9734 butchered the name. But if you are present, I will start the. I hear my daughter going ape shit downstairs, which is fun. Not in a necessarily bad way, but restart. 1 minute on the clock. So if you are there, please make yourself known to us. Boom. 10 seconds in. He is here. Boom. Here. Start your comment. You are there. Michael, if you know what it is that you want, please let me know. Is it going to be a detonator? Going to be a collar? Or is it going to be the 1/6 kit credit? I will let you. Oh, there we
Detonator.
go. The detonator has a home. Detonator has a home. Congratulations, Michael. I am so happy that you got this. I will star that so it's flagged. Michael, I will need your name and address information. I can actually have this shipped out probably tomorrow, if not Wednesday. So, and I will get you tracking too. It'll be UPS tracking, but we need to hook up. So you need to hit me up on Instagram, please. For those that are winning, I ask a little bit of due diligence just to reach out to me and hit me up on Instagram. It's hard to chase everybody down because I am forgetful, but do hit me up on Instagram. That's the least I think you could do, please, if you don't mind. But we have the detonator is off the chopping block. Why not we just do another giveaway right now? Seems like we got 53 people watching. Seems as though I have people's attention for right now. So let's just pick another winner. So now we're going to do another giveaway right away. So we're down to 2 prizes left. We have the OT Customs collar for the Batman. If you have that figure, this is the collar. It actually comes in, this is the box, but here's the collar itself. It is inside. It's all nicely packaged. And then also a $25 credit. Can I message you on Facebook? Yes, 100%. Message me on Facebook. No problem whatsoever. And your Instagram's locked. I'm not going to ask why, but yes, message me on Facebook.
It doesn't take much nowadays.
Just because it's none of your damn business. That's why.
None of your damn business why it's locked. It's locked because it's locked. Anyway, detonate the collar gift $25 credit to donated graciously by 1/6 Kit. I gotta be honest, thank you so much, Kit, by the way, because I actually reached out to him. I bought this, like I bought these prizes, by the way. These were not like donated. Like, yes, I got this from Jeremy, but I did pay for it. I did pay for the collar. Like I did buy all this stuff. So this isn't like one of those where I just got a slew of donations. But I do have to actually, I lied, but 1/6 Kit, I do have to give a massive shout out to Kit out there, because I did reach out to him wondering if he did gift cards, because I was going to buy a gift card to his website. And so I did reach out and message him and said, "Hey, Kit, do you happen to have gift cards?" He goes, "No, I don't do gift cards. What's up?" And I told him, I was like, "Hey, listen, I got a channel, I want to do a giveaway." He goes, "Don't worry about it, man. How much do you want?" And he just literally, without a blink of an eye, he just created a coupon code for me for $25, and I have it. And so, Kit, thank you so much. Really didn't need to do that. I was willing to donate, to pay for it. And he was just like, "Nope, I got you. Don't worry about it." So that was donated by 1/6 Kit. I really do appreciate that. But without further ado, I will shut up, and we're going to pick another winner right now. So why don't I'll do the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ceremoniously.
Oh, JB. I know JB. JB is somebody I know. He's around. JB, if you're there. JB, NP4LP. I know I've seen him comment on quite a few things. So if he's out there watching, you were picked. You are the winner. The third winner. Yep. JB, where are you? I will drop the timer in. If you end up popping in by the time I hit the stopwatch. I just hit it now. So, but if JB's there, guys, shout him out, tag him out, see if he pops in. But I am aware JB does comment on a lot of stuff. And so if you are there, JB, make yourself known. I hear my daughter just singing downstairs. She's just singing.
I can hear it too.
Can you hear it? Is it too loud? Is it obnoxious?
No, it's not obnoxious.
Oh, I'm sorry if it is. I apologize to everyone out there. That's dad life, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, everybody here is on the panel the dead. So
yeah, that's dad life, man.
Actually, that's harmonic.
I'm hearing my son doing some crazy stuff behind me too. So.
Yeah. I hear her just down there.
All I hear is a happy kid, so that's all I hear. Is
right.
Happy kid.
There you go. You should be worried if you don't hear anything.
Yeah, right.
Those are the noises that you miss as they get older.
Come on, JB. Where are you, JB? Where are you? We're over a minute. I'm giving you another 30 seconds. Come on, JB. We're only 40 minutes in, by the way. I thought it feels like it's longer. I guess time's flying when you're having fun. The next segments, we're going to get into the dirty stuff that I'm hated for. Where I have to JB
next
and all right, minute and 30 seconds. Unfortunately, I do have to move on. I did 30 seconds extra just to try to be a little fair and gracious, but we're gonna have to go to pick another winner. I'm sorry, JB. So pick another winner and start. Some guy. Denobi. Hi, it's JB. Some guy, you are out there. Some guy, channel member, some guy, you are out there. You won. You better be out there. Some guy. You better be. Some guy. Where are you?
He's not in here.
He's not in here. You know what? I'm not even getting a timer. We're going to move on to the next winner. The next person is going to. Where is some guy? Reset, start. I'm embarrassed that I even have to do this right now and actually put a timer on him. I'm embarrassed. Some guy, where are you? Where
I'm trying to add him, but I don't see him in here.
Huh?
I'm trying to add him in the chat, but he's not in there.
Oh man, where is he? Some guy, where are you? Where are you, some guy? Where are you? He's not there?
Oh, that sucks.
Really?
Oh.
Unless he's doing it on purpose. He's ducking me.
My Facebook's going crazy to try and track him down, but
where is some guy? I'll take any guy. Where is some guy? Some guy. I'll take any guy. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? All right, we're counting it down. I gave you an extra 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And all right, we're going to move on. Some guy. I'm embarrassed. I'm going to have to remove your wrench too while I'm at it too. Pick another winner. Start. Let's go. The Bro Collector. Oh, I know the Bro Collector is here. I know the Bro Collector was here. He was here earlier. Where are you, Bro Collector? Channel member. Thank you so much for your support. Bro Collector. Do I even have to put a timer on? Because I know you were here earlier saying hello to everybody. I know you were here. I know he was here. Where are you?
Chat.
Huh?
I'm checking I'm checking, waiting for him to say, there it is. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. There he is. Yep. So, Bro Collector, you have a choice of the OT Customs collar for OT Customs for the Batman, or a 1/6 kit, $25 credit. Please let me know which one is that you want. Please let me know. If you know now, just drop it in there. Let me know. Do you know what you want? Do you know what you want, bro collector? Like I said, OT Customs cowl or the collar, please. There you go. Okay, the collar. I tagged it. Awesome. Once again, I can ship this out to you. Just hit me up on Instagram if you know me on Facebook. Whichever way, please reach out to me. You're pretty active in all my content that I post, so I don't think you and I are going to have a problem of hooking up to get that stuff out to you. Finally, I want to talk about one thing, and then we'll do one more giveaway, which is the 1/6 kit credit. So I want to jump off here. So now I want to talk about something that I thought was interesting that came across. Let me see. Chrome tab, window, share my window. Hang on one second. So we talked about this. Cool. We're gonna talk about this post. All right, this is on Reddit. This is funny. And so I trended on Reddit, everybody, which is my first time ever. So I thought I was very popular about this. I'm very happy about this. Someone decided to make a Reddit post about me, which I thought was funny. It's good stride. So I posted this on my Instagram, tongue in cheek. And I keep seeing pictures of damaged Spider-Man figures that, in my opinion, people are wasting money. If I was that people wasted money on. Okay. So I was confused about this. And if for those out there that aren't sure, there was this figure that's been circulating on social media. Everyone's doing reviews of it and things like that. And so I posted my thoughts on it, and I thought maybe I was too blunt. I don't know. Carlos and see me. I might be known to be too blunt, right? Put my foot in my mouth. No, right? I'm very modest and I'm very low key, right? No. So this obviously gained some
Blunt
traction.
like a scalpel.
What's that? I'm a
blunt
saint.
like a scalpel.
Yeah. And so anyway, so the figure I'm referring to is this guy right here. So it's this custom Spider-Man. I say custom in air quotes. And so this is an artist is doing this figure. It's been circulating around. And so this isn't the first one they've done. The first one that I noticed that got my attention was the Bestman Luke Deluxe, where they were battle damaging it, taking the figure brand new from Hot Toys, weathering it up, painting it up, blood and all that stuff. And then now they did it with Spider-Man. And so, it's interesting, Carlos. It's like one of those things you couldn't avoid not seeing, because I saw like one pop up, then I saw another one pop up, then I saw another one pop up. And I didn't really care until supposedly I found out how much the thing was. Then I was like, holy shit, what? Like, that's where I was kind of like, all right, that's kind of, it's unique. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not necessarily like, take it how you want, like talking shit. It's just that supposedly it's $600. And I was just like, wait, what? $600? Really? I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I mean, custom. Because in my mind, when I think custom, I'm thinking like, high-end stuff that's from the ground up, like custom sculpt, like all that stuff. So $600. I was like, okay, it's a cool looking piece, right? And to be clear, from what I understand, it's not a custom where it's a ground up new, it's a modification of the existing No Way Home Spider-Man. That is what my understanding of it is. It's the No Way Home Spider-Man that has been modified to be the battle damage for the from the Spider-Man 1 figure. And so, okay, that's fine. But $600, I was like, okay. So obviously there's been reviews out, and not for nothing, I'm just commenting because I see like the YouTuber wave, right? YouTube reviews. And so I just started dissecting it and looking at the photos. These are actually the better photos that I found of it. Every other photo was just kind of like whatever. And so I just kind of wanted to zoom in on some things, if you don't mind. There we go. And so, like I said, there was a couple of things that stood out to me. And like, I just got this figure in today, by the way, like the No Way Home Spider-Man Deluxe. I actually literally just got it. And so I had a chance to actually look at the figure. And the one thing I will say that I hate about the figure, and I'll do a video on it if someone's interested in knowing my thoughts, I hate the neck seam on it. I hate the neck seam. I think Hot Toys did a shitty job. They did the Andrew Garfield neck seam. It looks bad. I don't like it. Spoiler, that's the review. But the cover up doesn't help personally. That was a questionable thing. The cover up, I don't think, is a great job. And the other thing about it is that depending on the figure you get, it's not like it's a perfect sculpt. Now, obviously, there's work going into this. I don't want to trash the artist. They're doing something here that I wouldn't be able to do. Okay. If I try to battle damage something, it wouldn't look like this. There's some rooted hair here. There's obviously some stuff that's been done to it. But, like, for example, you could tell that this was one of the fucked up Spider-Man figures, like batch 1, because you could just tell the way I think it is. The seam looks really bad. Mine does not look like this. Carlos, you saw mine. Mine does not look like this. Mine looks like pristine, like a version 2. And so I'm thankful that I got a better version of it. But, like, you'd see this seam here and it's like, all right. And like I said, the battle damaging and stuff, it's okay. It's good, but $600 worth, totally questionable. And then the other thing that I didn't really like about it was how you could see the stitching here, that it was obviously removed because one of the modifications was it beefed up the figure to make the proportions look better. But in doing so, you see the stitch lines a little bit, some of it like right here. And I actually can see the bagginess in the arms. Like, I can see that it's a little, like, you can kind of see how the wrist, and then it bulges out all of a sudden. He has a forearm that's twice the size. And so it's just one of those things where, like I said, you can say that I'm shitting on it. It is what it is. There was other Facebook groups that my comment got passed around where people are like, oh, he's shitting on it because this and this. I was just being honest and critical because it's a $600 quote unquote custom that, in my opinion, I don't see it as custom. I see it as a modification. Carlos, I know I said something to you about this, and I said, there's people that took the Jazzing Snow Speeder, spent $2,500 and had it repainted. I wouldn't call that a custom snow speeder. I would call that a repaint, of Spider-Man. And this is taking the existing No Way Home figure and modifying it. Now, I want to make one comment, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, Carlos, and kind of let me know what you think about it. I find it interesting. I find it funny because every time that there's a post put up of an announcement of a figure, right, from Hot Toys and Denobi, I don't think you can USB hack this one, but if I know you will find a way. Stick a USB up its ass, see what it does. And so every time that there's a post, and it's not by any one individual, but I think people know, but it's passed around so many times. I see this post all the time when Hot Toys announces something. Hashtag fix black suit Spider-Man. And this is a movement that's going on that many people are dropping this. I just see this when Hot Toys announces something, someone's dropping this photo, right? Just like to reiterate this whole thing. And all I'm going to say is this from an outsider looking in. I get where this is going, by the way, like understanding, like, you want this improved better. I get that. But what I find interesting is that for all those that think that this is bad and they want perfection or they want something that should be better, I find it ironic that you're okay to pay $600 for a No Way Home Spider-Man pretending to be Spider-Man 1 when it's not accurate. This is a No Way Home suit. It's not the Sam Raimi original Spider-Man suit. But I find it funny how the same people that are pushing for, hey, get other things fixed, you're completely okay paying $600 for a No Way Home pretending to be an original Spider-Man 1. Because, like I said, this isn't the same suit that he wore. The original Spider-Man suit Toby wore deteriorated. The thing is shit. They even Andrew wore his Spider-Man 2 suit, and Tom Holland obviously had his suit. They had to physically make him a brand new suit for No Way Home because he physically couldn't use the original because it's 2000 technology, year 2000. The suit literally deteriorated. It's falling apart. I was watching a behind the scenes clip. They said they had to rebuild him a new suit from the ground up. And in doing so, it's impossible to, you can, but they made upgrades as they made the suit. They made the webbing different. The color's a little bit different. The iPad, things, just the logo is a little bit bigger. Like, they just made enhancements naturally because they're just building a brand new suit. And so, like I said, I just think it's funny and a little tongue in cheek that we're looking for perfection over here, but you're willing to accept something over here. I find that funny. Carlos, I talked a lot, but
no, I think, look, I think as collectors, we're all passionate about what we like, and art's subjective, right? So everybody's going to have their opinion about what they like, what they don't like. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to preface by saying, me, CMB, and Ryan, we all have different opinions on figures sometimes, and they'll both give me crap about stuff I like. It's nothing personal. It's just figures and toys, right? So that being said, I think we can all share our opinions and hopefully not get offended over how we feel about differences of opinions on figures. So for me, I don't think it looks bad. Kudos to the artist. It seems like he's getting a lot of business. He's riding the wave of this getting some traction on YouTube within the collectors viewing the content, and I just feel um like you said, it's battle damage, it's weathered. He put some work into it, but for me personally, what you're getting, I don't think it's worth $600. I think of all the figures I can buy for that amount of money, like grails and stuff I really want. And if I compare, this really isn't high up on my list. So the other thing for me is I'm not saying it's not a custom, but whether it is a custom or not is kind of questionable because they're using a base Hot Toys figure and using Hot Toys parts. Um so it's not a full custom. Like the custom game is complete from a custom perspective. Like this is probably a budget version of it. You start going into customs, you can even go into the tens of thousands of dollars for some figures, right?
Do people want to
So
know out there? Just for an example, Yixi. You know, Yixi is a very famous artist, uh, and so from Yixi's point of view, she does a lot of this. For example, for those who don't know, Yixi is a very well known artist that has done, for example, the new Darth Maul 2.0. She did that sculpt. The Obi-Wan premium format statue that they just did, the Mythos. She did that sculpt. She did the Sideshow Beetlejuice. She did that sculpt. She did so many more sculpts. For a fact, the amount of money she charges for a custom, like if you reach out to her, you're looking at over $2,000 for a sculpt. That's not painted. That's not rooted. That's a sculpt. $2,000 with a 50% deposit up front. So that's just putting it in perspective. Now, obviously, that's real custom, you know. And like I said, we could play tit for tat over the words. I don't mean to, but Carlos, continue. I just wanted to drop that nugget in there when you talked
no,
about.
no, you made my point exactly right. So it's and that's even subjective too. What do you consider customs? That's why I'm trying to tread lightly with this. It's like it all depends on your perspective. But for me personally, it's really a modded figure, and it's not a
Yes,
bad
moddable.
mod. I'm not saying a bad mod. Kudos to the artist for the work he put into it.
Correct. Yes.
But I just don't think it's worth $600. And I'd say that not from the perspective of it being bad. Like I said, it's just there's so many other figures you can buy that are long sold out that are considered grails. That is me personally, right? That I could put that money into. That I just couldn't see myself doing it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's all to each their own, right? Because like people like I have the I to be fair, I bought the battle damaged Darth Vader with the sculpt on it. I mean, I do ultimately regret buying it. I don't think it's worth it. So that's a regrettable figure. I call it the FOMO Vader. People out there laugh at me. I got it because I got it with a substantial discount. But that one's battle damaged, but that fits that particular moment. You know what I mean? And so who knows? Hot Toys may come out with one. We don't know. But like I said, I'm not really. It sounds like I know I'm talking shit, but I just wanted to address it because it was just interesting how like these phenomenons kind of catch storm throughout the hobby and run around and things like that. CMB, I know I've talked too much, kind of overlooked. Jump in a little bit. I know we talked about it off stream a little bit, but I just want to get your thoughts on it as well.
Man, I think it looks good. The price point is not kind of, is steep for um, essentially is a kit bash. Um, but it does look good. It like I do it does capture that moment at the end of part one. But you're right, like it's a different suit, so it's not really going to be accurate. But for what the artist is trying to portray and what the artist pulled off, you have to give them credit for because it does look good. The price point, like I said, is steep for me. I'm not saying that it's steep for everyone, because there are people that have really deep pockets.
Hmm.
Uh, just from in my price point, I do feel that it's a bit steep.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, I can't appreciate the final product and what the artist was trying to achieve because it's there. It's not like, oh, it's 80%. I kind of think I know like what they were trying to get. Now you look at the figure, you can see that it's the end of the first movie, the battle between him and Goblin.
Yeah, and I know that, like I said, I think a Green Goblin is in the works also in terms of a companion piece that he's working on a Green Goblin. So that'll be interesting to see in terms of that. And I do believe, like I said, the options are offered where I think you could send him your figure, or you pay more and you have the option of getting one. But that's kind of also what was my concern. Like if you're going out there and saying, "Hey, I'll buy one," you don't know if you're getting one that's first batch or second batch. You know what I mean? I don't know how that situation was addressed, especially because you're doing this mod. And like I said, with the seam and stuff, I don't know if he is selectively using second batch figures. It's impossible, I know, to get all second batch, but I just don't know. I would just, for the price point, I was, like I said, when we're spending that kind of money, it's all subjective to who's willing to put out the money. And if it's one of those things that encapsulizes a moment for that collector, I mean, some will say there's an invaluable price to that, but I just wanted to address this. Yeah.
I just like to make a comment about the first and second batch figures from Sideshow. So I was one of the first people in the first batch that got shipped out of the deluxe Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And mine is not the second batch head sculpt, it's the first. That said, like for me, I don't think it looks that bad. I know that there are a lot of people out there that are extremely passionate about how their Spider-Man head sculpts look, and
Yeah.
they were not happy with the way that looked. It doesn't bother me. It looks fine on the shelf. That said, being that they provided new sculpts for people in Asia, and they said that everybody in North America from Sideshow was going to get the revised sculpt, I called, but and I really pushed it just to find out and see what I could do. And initially I was a little upset, but now realizing it's not a big deal. But Sideshow will not change it.
Yeah.
They're standing fast on that. They swear that they're going off how Hot Toys said that they're all second batch and they're not changing it. You got later batch, I think, with yours. So it seems like it's only affecting, from what I've seen so far, a small sample, right? Only affecting people that got it like early batch.
I got mine from
Sideshow.
off the racks, which was heavily delayed from Sideshow,
Correct.
like in terms of that. And when I got it, I opened it. You were on the phone with me. I looked at it and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, let me just take a look at it. And I even said to you, even if like this is technically a first batch and screwed up, it looked perfectly fine to me. Like it was and I'm gonna tell you something right now. I was extremely disappointed with that Toby head sculpt. Like I said, I'm gonna do a little showcasing review on it, but it looks dead. Like the eyes look dead. Like it looks like to the point where I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to over exaggerate in my opinion, is that I was always gonna display this figure with the Toby head sculpt. I think I'm reverting back to and just leaving the mask on because that's how like disappointed I was in the sculpt. Everything else on the sculpt looks fantastic, but it's got the who's the other figure? Was it Riva? Not Riva. What's her name from Thor?
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. How it has like the dead eye syndrome, where her eyes, because they're not rolling system, her eyes just look dead, like glossy. The exact same thing with Toby. His eyes just look dead, like completely dead. And to me, it throws off the figure personally. The eyes just look very evident that it looks like a doll. That's just my opinion on it. But I think we've wrapped up enough here. But like I said, I felt famous because I never was trending on, not trending, but I was never on Reddit before. And someone made a post. It has been since deleted. Unfortunately, I tried pulling up the Reddit thread because I was going to let everyone read the comments. And I didn't shy away from it. I even actually said, hey, if you're going to screenshot my post and talk about me, at least plug me. I'll be doing a stream. I dropped my comment there. So I was trying, because people were talking shit about me. One guy called me brain dead or something like that because of my comment. And I commented back on every single person, and people actually even apologized for the way they spoke to me, which I didn't care, but they acknowledged their 6-scale tribal chief. Isn't that funny? So anyway, let's do the final giveaway because get rid of this bullshit. Let's do the final giveaway, shall we? And we still have one more thing to talk about, people. One more thing to talk about. And it's going to be InArt. Spicy. So anyway, we're going to do the final giveaway. This is for a 1/6 kit, $25 credit. I have a coupon code that is active immediately. It expires this year, but is ready to go. And if you have any issues, you could reach out to me. I'll get it fixed. But it's active. Kit says it's active. So we are going to pick another winner, and we are going to start. What's the name? Chris Chris Sulfridge 7064. So you are the winner, if you're here, of the 1/6 kit gift card for $25. If you are here, please make yourself known. Bat Dad, don't worry. Oh, he raised his eyes. Don't worry, he'll be fun. I promise. I always make things fun. I always make them fun. I make them clippable. People are gonna clip stuff and pass it around. You know what you say? Huh? What'd you say, CMB?
Like in the words of Chow. But did you die?
30 seconds. Chris, where are you? If you're out there, please let me know.
Hopefully he makes it. I can't add him in the chat. So.
He's not there, right? Usually if you hit add, he's not there.
Yeah,
So
correct. I can't see him.
Yeah. So if he's not InArt, you say. Congrats, Chris. Well, we'll give him correct. Spicy topics. As lucky I can handle some spice. Oh yeah. Well. All right. So InArt Superman. No, you wish. Unfortunately. All right. We're gonna move on to the next one. Pick a winner. Go again. Who's the next person? Ghostbusters Plus Collector. Oh, my boy. He's out there somewhere.
He was here earlier.
He was here earlier. He was helping. Yes, you were there. Where were you, Ghostbusters Plus? Where were you? Where were you? You were here, Ghostbusters. I don't know if he was calling out somebody else. Ghostbusters Plus Collector 9624. Big statue guy now, actually. I don't know if he's as much into the 6 game anymore, but he is big into statues. He's out busting. He's out busting ghosts. Where are you, Ghostbusters Plus? If you are still there, busting makes me feel so good. Look at that. Geeking out in the house. Look at that. Nate. It's 9:06. You're probably driving to work or getting ready to work. I'm here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. I will let someone else have a chance. Are you sure? You are a generous person, Ghostbusters Plus Collector. Do me a favor. If someone can hit, I believe, drop his info in there so people can check out his channel. I know he's doing a lot with statues, but if you're completely sure, I will do another drawing. But I really do appreciate you jumping in and donating your prize to somebody else. So we are going to spin the wheel again because Ghostbusters Plus once again is giving up his chance. Yes, keep up the great work. Thanks again. Thank you so much, my friend. I hope you're doing great. So that being said, we are going to pick another winner and hit go. TK421 Collectibles. I don't think he's here because he's overseas. He's in a totally different time zone and he doesn't watch. What's that?
Denobi. Hi, it's Ghostbusters Plus.
Unfortunately, TK, I know he's in London and I know he's
probably asleep.
He's asleep. Yeah, he watches me on the replay, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to pass on that. I apologize for him not being here. So I'm gonna have to. I just know that for a fact that he's not here live. His time zone doesn't match up with mine. So we are gonna do another one here.
Oh, too bad. Anyways,
what's that? Oh, too bad.
Oh, too bad. I get that Loki thing.
Greg Hurst 7575. If you are there. Hitting the stop. We are going to start it again. Greg, if you are there, Greg Hurst 7575. You are the winner of a $25 1/6 kit gift credit. It's a coupon code I already have. I can literally give it to you tonight. Spend that money. And also, while you're over at 1/6 kit, if you want to save an additional $10, you can use code Scrunchy. That's right, Scrunchy for $10 off one time at 1/6 kit. He says, hello, everyone. Broke ass poor train on the move.
Oh, Greg's here.
Greg H is here. Boom. You are there. Thank you so much for answering, Greg. You are there. I really do appreciate that. Greg, if you could, like I said, hit me up on Instagram and let me know your info. Or I should just hit me up on Instagram and I can actually, or Facebook, I can send you the code. I literally have it, the code. I can just message you the code and it works on 1/6 kit. When you go to checkout, coupon code, put my code, the code I will give you in, and you will get $25 off your purchase. Also, like I said, if you've never purchased from there before, you can also use my coupon code Scrunchy. That's right, Scrunchy, to get an additional $10 off. So you're potentially with $35 right now that you can use on 16Kit's site, courtesy of him. 25 for the giveaway, and then if you want to use my one-time code for 10, but definitely hit me up, Greg. Please hit me up. Congratulations. So that being said, guys, I got about, what time is it? It's 9:09. I know my wife already said she wants to eat something, but I am not leaving without talking about this. We got like another 20 minutes or so. All right, guys, this is where I have to get serious for a moment because I'm going to talk. So I will reach out on Instagram. Thank you so much because I will forget. So definitely hit me up. All right, guys. So I need to lay a couple ground rules out because we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to offend some people. I'm going to be upfront. I'm telling it like it is. If you don't like it, tough shit. This is where the view counter usually starts to go up because I will be hate watched. People that are interested in what I'm going to say is what it is. So right off the bat, I want to make a couple of guidelines clear. I don't stream that much anymore. I don't stream just because my personal life and things like that, I just don't have the time to do it. As you are hearing me, you know, my daughter's downstairs. I just chaos and things like that. I try streaming every week. It doesn't work. So I've decided to stream when it's relevant, right? When there's relevant things to talk about, to do a stream. I just feel like that's better. I don't do the news of the week. There's so many other channels that are boring that do that. If you want to know, you know who to watch. I think the shit's boring. And so I just want to do stuff differently. And news for me is literally going to cover anything. If that means that I have to talk about another content creator, another YouTuber, if I have to talk about another company, if I have to talk about, it doesn't matter to me because at the end of the day, it affects the collectors. I don't want to try to call myself the people's champion, but I am trying to be about that because I care about the collectors. I'm not a YouTuber in the sense of I went to YouTube school and got a degree in this. I'm literally a collector first. So is Carlos, so CMB, so is Nate, so is Denobi. We are all collectors first and YouTubers second. Put that out there. We just are. You can tell. And you can tell the ones that are doing YouTube because they want to try to make something of it, right? So that being said, InArt. I said I was going to talk about this if things transpired the way that I thought they were. When the InArt Batman came out, actually, I'm going to go on while I'm talking. I'm going to go on YouTube because I didn't exactly prepare for it, but I will. But when the InArt Batman came out, right? There was a video that circulated. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carlos. Was it in? Where was the video? It was in China.
It was in Weibo, which is like Chinese Facebook type of deal.
Yeah. And so we were talking in the morning and there was a video that came out that was, from InArt, but it was from overseas, right? It was from a website. Mm-hmm. And so no one in the US knew about it. And so the video was out. And so I decided to put the video on my YouTube channel. I literally took the video and put it on my YouTube channel because there wasn't a single YouTube account in the US that had the video, and it was basically the unboxing video. And then like the next day it circulated all over the place, whatever. I put the video on my channel and I put it very clear in the description. This is not my video. This is, InArt's video. As I even linked the website where I got it from, right? But in my mind, I wasn't looking at it as like, I'm trying to get views. Yeah, the video skyrocketed because no one saw the thing. And the comments that I was getting on the video were great because people were like, I never saw this. Where is this? Couldn't find it. I was like, oh, I got it out there. And it's kind of like how you reshare something on Instagram, right? When Facebook, Hot Toys puts something out, we all reshare it. So I put the video up, is what it is. I got a ton of views. The video wasn't even monetized, by the way, because I did no overdubs on it. I literally played the video because it had audio, music. The video, I demonetized it. I never even monetized it to make any money. And so, and as a matter of fact, some of the comments I even got were like, I'm glad there was no voiceover. I just wanted to watch the unboxing. Like I just wanted to watch it unboxed. And so anyway, I got a bunch of comments. A lot of it was positive. And then of course I got a couple trolling comments in there, right? And some of them were from people I've never even interacted with before on YouTube, never even said anything to, never even commented, but they were saying that it's giving content creators a bad name because I didn't do a voiceover. I didn't give you my thoughts about it, not that, but a lot of people actually preferred I didn't give my thoughts. They just wanted to watch the unboxing. So I had a clip sent to me and I didn't even watch it, to be honest with you. because I just knew we were going down this rabbit hole of InArt. But I'm going to pull it up because it is what it is. And I'm not hating on the individual. I'm hating on InArt, just be clear. But I know what's going to happen because of the narrative. It's going to get twisted. But with InArt, the first two people to get their figures out were Riley Reviews. So he put up a video here of, I'm not going to play it because I didn't even, I watched a couple seconds of it, but I just want to break down transparency. All right. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. But we're going to break this down for a minute. So Riley does an unboxing, first impressions of the Batman. It's not a full review from my understanding. It's just a breakdown of it. And I was going through the comments here and just reading what's going on. And so what was interesting was he turned around and made a comment. Some people were asking him like, hey, where'd you get the figure from? Because 1/6 kit, you know, isn't doing influencer batches. From my understanding, like Big Bretta made a comment, Carlos, right? Big Bretta said something about how he couldn't get the figure, and he's usually the first one to always get stuff. So I'm not trying to, like, once again, we're not talking shit. I'm not there. We're not there yet. So be clear, just transparency. So Big Bretta, you know, he didn't even get the figure, but somehow Riley got the figure. And then another person got the figure. So two people got the figure early as part of the influencer batch. Apparently it was approved by InArt themselves. And so it says, you know, right off the bat, it says, someone made a comment questioning whoever this Musamex man is, asked him like, hey, what's going on with this, that, and the other. And Riley, and it's pinned, by the way. So it's the first comment you see. It's pinned right there. And so basically it's asking like, hey, where'd you get the figure from? Because this figure is going to generate some hype. And he turns around and says, first off, thank you. At the 126 Mart, I state that I received this figure from 1/6 kit, but was sent to it by InArt for review. And so basically in the video I watched it, it's still, he's thanks Kit for shipping him the figure. But in fact, Kit, you know, apparently isn't doing influencer batches. He's not doing them. So I could just be misunderstanding this and saying where he got it from. He does claim that he bought the figure outright and all that stuff, which is nothing wrong with that. He bought the figure, but I just feel like the transparency, you know, of, you know, him getting the figure here. And I thought that it was interesting because I was scrolling through the comments. Congratulations, everyone's sucking ass and telling them, oh, great, you know, got this. But the one thing that's going to start happening, which that's what I was trying to avoid, is did you get yours from 1/6 kit? I'm also wondering if you're part of the influencer batch for this, or first batch coming soon to us collectors. Great review. Makes a comment and goes, what's up, bro? I did get this from Kit. I clarified in the end of the portion, and it was part of the influencer batch, but I would never call myself an influencer. Content creator, though, for sure. So I just want to be clear about something. InArt is just fucking this up and just pissing people off, and they're going to. I made a video about why I think the InArt influencer batch is bullshit. And I outlined a few things in there. And one of the things is that you're putting out figures to people. And John from InArt clearly said that they would continue to do the influencer batches. But my whole thing is, I personally don't care if I get one, right? And I know that there's other channels that InArt denied. InArt is the approval of who gets what, and they denied a bunch of channels. And TK says, I think Bretta came out with transparent what's going on with them on a stream a while back. I was really surprised he came out and stated the points that he pointed out. InArt approves who gets what. Okay. It's InArt that's doing it. I have confirmation of that. InArt is the one who's approving what channels get what. And many people were denied, except 2 channels. Ironically, 2 channels that both have streamed with John from InArt and kissed ass. And so I'm speaking on behalf of the collectors who spent money on these figures, but yet like Bretta, you know, and he typically always gets things first, you know, to review. Nothing wrong with that. You know, he gets early copies. He's done it with every other InArt figure except for the Batman. And I think the whole point of why am I, you know, Ryan, why are you doing this is because I just want to be clear with those that are going to be seeing this stuff. Kit is not shipping figures out next week, you know? And like Denobi says, the InArt, the drama and conspiracies never end. It's true. I can't deny that they probably make really good figures. Case in point, for those who want to know, like, hey, I'm on the InArt shit talking bandwagon. What's that right there? What's this? So for any of you out there that think I'm just talking shit, you can kiss my ass. Because what's this right here? Okay? Spent my own money. It's right here. No, it's not the Batman, by the way. I'm not that special. But my whole point is that you can make a really great figure, but the way that you're handling it with your marketing, you fucking suck. You really do. And I'm not going to lie to everyone out there. I was in talks with John to have him on my channel to think about doing a live stream. And can I tell you something? I'm ashamed of myself that I actually even thought about doing it, because he goes on streams and literally offers nothing but cheap views for the YouTuber who's doing it. And you know who has him on streams, and they're cheap views. That's what they are. He answers no questions. People ask him questions all the time, and he can't answer anything. Right. And yet, though, certain people got in good enough to get the figures early. But once again, the whole point of this is that 1/6 Kit is not shipping you your Batman next week, next month, probably. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to admit it. And that's the transparency that's there. And that's the precedent that sucks for collectors who spent really hard-earned money on these figures. And like Denobi says, the conspiracies never end because you can't get a straight answer out of anything. There's, for a fact, I know YouTubers. I pre-ordered the Batman on January 13th from 1/6 Kit, and I know that there's people that did it not too long before me that have the figure already as part of the influencer batch. What's the point? The figure's sold out. You really can't get it anywhere. So that's the whole reason, is I'm trying to look out for collectors who are going to be under the false pretenses that Kit is going to be shipping their figure out when they're not going to right away. It's going to be the same song and dance where you're going to be waiting months for it. So prepare to wait, because you're going to see unboxing videos and stuff, all this nonsense, and you're not getting your figure right away. So, Carlos, bring it home.
No, like, look, we're not hating on Riley. Like, good for him. He got the figure early. He's able to review it. He's putting his content out. Like, there's nothing wrong with what he did, right? They offered it to him. He took it. I think it's more on InArt's end that we're trying to say. I think the influencer batches, I mean, again, not blaming the influencers for taking the batch. It's content for them. I just don't think it makes sense the way they're rolling it out. With Hot Toys, for example, which is their main competitor right now. They're on different levels, right? I think they're both putting out the same product, but obviously one's company's a lot younger than the other. That's not a dig at InArt. I think they're putting out great figures. I want to preface by saying that. I own a few of their figures, and I'm really happy with them. That said, I think messaging is really important, like in any other industry. And I think the influencer batches are just like bait and switch, in the sense that not bait and switch, but kind of like throwing the carrot out there and then yanking it. You put this great figure out, people they're getting hyped, they're getting traction on it, and like, you can't even pre-order it. Like, you got to look like maybe 3-4 releases down the line to even pre-order anything. And I think it sucks for people that are just finding out about it. Like, Hot Toys will announce their figure or release their figure, and then like it's out the day their promo pics are out, right? So it's out, then everybody gets to review it at the same time. It's a tough situation. I mean, I think Denobi's point is very valid. I feel on my end there's just a lot of smoke and mirrors. The product's great. Again, messaging is just screwed up. Like the 3-day order window with the Joker forced a lot of people to put down $1,000 when they didn't have it. I think that was the big issue. It wasn't so much that they didn't do the 3-day window, it's that they said they were committed to it. People put their money down, and then like I want to say you were able to pre-order that figure almost like 6-7 months past that date with different stores and online stores and companies.
Well, I think they realized they fucked up because they did a 3-day window thing to sucker in a lot of people, thinking that, and then when they realized they probably didn't get the sales, it's like bait and switch. Like, you know what, we're going to leave the window open more. And so people felt like it was false pretense. It was like, and that was strike one right off the bat with the first figure. Right. But the whole influencer thing is, like I said, and like I said, I have a problem with a comment, and I do have a direct comment with a problem with a comment that Riley said, where he says, I don't consider myself an influencer. You are, because you got the influencer badge. John finally even caved on stream and actually called it the influencer badge. So you are an influencer. Okay. If you're a YouTuber and you're making content, I don't care how fun it is. I don't care how blasé you are about it. There's always a chance that you're influencing somebody with your thoughts, your actions, whatever you do. Even me right now, being very direct. And so there's a responsibility for what you do. I know not everyone's doing this as their full-time job. It's just something fun on the side. But at the end of the day, you know, if you're putting out videos that tens of thousands of people are watching, there's always the chance one person can be influenced by that. Okay. That's honestly the truth. I am very cautious about everything that I say. I'm very cutthroat. I'm very direct. You don't like me. It doesn't matter. You can hate me, watch me, like me or not. I'm a very just, I don't have time for bullshit kind of personality. Okay. I rub a lot more people the wrong way than I do that like me. It's okay. It's fine. I don't have time for shit. But the whole point is, I know that if one person reaches out and says, hey, based on your, your review, I went ahead and decided to pull the trigger and buy this figure. That's a responsibility that someone spent their money on because of a video that I did. Okay. And there is responsibility to that. Okay. And so, not to be called an influencer, I hate the word influencer, but I accept that that's what I unfortunately am, as well. Every single person making content. Carlos, even though he's not a YouTuber, he very well, when talking about Jazz Inc., he could have talked someone out of a purchase. He influenced somebody, and at the end of the day, we always talk about this, right? CMB, Carlos, there's so many more people watching in the shadows that don't comment versus those that do. But my live chat right now, there's all familiar faces that I know, but I have 55 people watching. There's so many more people that are watching that aren't even bother commenting. There's so many people that we don't even know what we're reaching. There's so many people out there you reach, you'll never know that you are. So I just have that in the back of your head about being an influencer. Like I said, I don't agree with it, but I've accepted it. I really have. And so you can tell that I'm passionate about that, in terms of, like, it sucks when people get fucked over on stuff. And I don't like seeing people being misled. I really don't. It bothers me. Whether you think I'm honest or not, I don't care. Carlos knows I'm real. CMB knows I'm real. Denobi knows I'm being honest. Amen. Amen, brother. That's just what it is. So, that's the whole thing. And another reason why I'm talking about this is because I actually have a video dropping this week about YouTubers and reviews. Can they be trusted? And in that video, I talk about stuff like that. And one of the points I bring up is that there's not a lot of money to be made in YouTube. This is a very niche market. And so in terms of 6 scale on YouTube, it doesn't pay a lot. And so oftentimes people look for free shit to try to, things. There's other ways to, and getting things early, things like that. And so everyone's clamoring at their piece of the pie. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen, if someone offered me something for free, I can't say honestly that I wouldn't deny and say, yeah, okay, I'll take it. I can't. I never was, but I can't. I don't know. But until then, this is how I am. And I'm telling you how it is, honestly. And the other thing that is honestly mind-boggling to me, and kind of Bretta up here, he called it out, and he said, there were two people besides Justin and Jetta who were probably the two bigger channels in the 6 scale community in terms of their, not only subscribers, but the reach that they have. And yet Riley gets one, who is a small channel. Now, small channel, 4,000 subs, but subscribers don't mean anything. It's about the reach. So I just question why. And that's the other thing about InArt, which I really hope, if they're genuine, and Carlos, you made a point, and CMB, I'm sorry if I'm, kind of not giving you enough room to talk. You're going to talk in a second, but I just want to make one more point. If InArt is really listening to the community, and I hate using that word, I just cursed myself for saying that word, but if they're really genuine about feedback, here's a little bit of feedback that I would give you as a YouTuber, is that look at the people you give the figures to and find out, was it worth it giving them an early copy for the amount of views and engagement they got from the figure? You have someone like Jetta and Justin, who I completely understand, right? That generate those type of views, that type of engagement, that kind of traction. Then you have someone like Riley, and I don't even want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. And you look at the traction they gain. Is it worth it giving that figure? What I would do if I was InArt, if they cared, I would say, listen, we looked at the performance. We're going to give the next figure to somebody else. You don't get that. You didn't display your InArt Gandalf correctly. You didn't know how to display the hat or the beard correctly. And that was a shame to our product. You presented our product in a really shitty way, where if Denobi's here, some people even thought that that was the Asmus Gandalf because of how bad it looked. That person, to me, wouldn't get another InArt figure. But yet, because of who they have on stream and connections, they do get another figure well before any other hard-paying collectors. So InArt, if you're listening, John, if you give a shit, think about changing your system because it's fucking broken. It really is. But if you don't give a shit, it is what it is, because you think that you need to market yourself still. People know who InArt is. It's stupid giving influencer badges out to people when your product is sold out. CMB?
No, man, I don't agree with influencer batches, but I've discussed it before because it's really a dumbass business practice because you're alienating customers and you're showing favoritism. So new customers that are coming in that are getting wind of this, they feel cheated because they don't understand why there's favoritism. Like, oh, is it because I'm not in this long enough? I haven't spent enough money. Or you get people who have been with InArt since they started who are saying, well, I've been with you guys since you started. I've pre-ordered every single figure. How come I don't get something early? Why is it that, because I don't have a YouTube channel and I don't reach certain people that I don't get something early? I have to wait 6 to 8 months afterwards. I mean, so I'm saying it creates division and it creates unnecessary turmoil within the hobby because it makes, like what we're seeing right now, like it makes people think, oh, oh, they get it, or why don't I? Or the things that I just mentioned earlier, the other factors, like it all comes into play as far as, you know, the end result is people are feeling like there's favoritism. And you don't see any other company out there doing, I guess I would say, influencer batches and actually admitting that they are influencer batches just to get the name out there, even if they are new figures or whatnot.
Yep.
I think if you're going to do something, send out, send out a review copy to, like you said, maybe the bigger channels, the people that get the traction. But don't do it something where it's like, oh, they get it 6 to 8 months. You should do it something fair. It's like, okay, we're gonna send out, just example, 5 review copies to the 5 big guys and have them review it. But we're gonna have them do it like a month or two before we actually drop the figure for the rest of the customer base. Because when you do it like that, then it shows customers like, okay, it isn't favoritism. They just got an early copy. It's just like how video games come out. Reviewers get it like a month ahead, and then they give you their review and tell you whatnot, like how they felt about it and things like that.
Correct.
Why not just do it the same way, like a month or two out? Give it
Correct.
to the reviewers to show out, because then customers don't feel like they're cheated. Like, especially in this game when you already have to wait forever to get something,
Correct.
and then to see somebody get something 6 to 8 months, maybe even longer, depending, on where you ordered the figure from, maybe a year or whatever. See them get it that early, and then know in the back of your head, well, they got it, so I guess I'll see it in up to a year from now. That's great. That's awesome. Even though I spent the same amount of money they did.
Yep. All right. So we're going to wrap it up here. Give me 2 minutes. So for those in the live chat, right? Do me a favor. The first two, I'm thinking of two numbers. I know I'm so crazy, aren't I? Carl's is like, what the fuck is it? I'm nuts. My wife. So
This is
I'm
unscripted.
this is unscripted totally. I'm just thinking about this, but I'm thinking of two numbers, totally separate, between 1 and 20. Two separate numbers between 1 and 20. The first two people to put them in the live chat will get something. You don't have to just call out one of the numbers. It doesn't have to be two. Just call out a number, a single number. Just call it out. You don't have to call them both together. Just call out a single number. $69. Funny. Between 1 and 20, I said. 1 and 20. All right. We're going to stop it here. All right, we're good. We're stopping. So I'm thinking of, I have two numbers in my head. So we're picking Big Dog. He got number 1. And who got the other number? I have to go back. 13, Giovanni. 13. No, Jeremy got 13 right here. So Jeremy and Big Dog, you both win Sideshow gift cards, $25 a piece. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. So I just threw out 2 more gift cards. Jeremy and Big Dog Pound, $25 gift cards to Sideshow. Hit me up in Instagram or live chat, and I will send you guys gift cards, $25 each. So that was 2 more additional prizes. What did I give away? Total of 6 things. I'm such an asshole, aren't I? 6 things. Such an asshole. What'd you say, Carlos? I have no problem. You can say it online. You could say it out loud.
He said he's the nicest asshole you ever met.
There you go. I'm the nicest asshole you ever met. Anyway, so we're going to conclude the stream there. Like I said, I'm going to be very upfront. The winners, please reach out to me. Instagram, Facebook. I am going to forget. I'm being upfront. I'm going to forget. There's packages I have to mail out, and there's gift cards I got to send out to everybody. Those who have gift cards through Sideshow, I will need a first name, last name, email address. That's it. For those who are getting these, I do need your name, address, and full stuff. So sending you that. And then the those who won the 1/6 kit credit, I just hit me up on Instagram because I can send you the code there. And so I hate winners for winning. Matt, you're always a winner in my eyes because you got that Luke Skywalker, so you win the ultimate. But I want to thank everybody. Carlos, thank you so much for being here. CMB, thank you so much for being here, my friend. I really do appreciate both of you. CMB was coming on a pinch because we did have Don and we had Sean on for Hey DeLorean. They were not able to come on, but thank you so much for coming as always. And anyway, I guess I was just looking at a message because my phone's blowing up with stuff. But thank you so much to everybody. Like I said, just remember, like Nate says, collect your way, enjoy the hobby. You should never go broke over this. And I'm not going to lie, InArt, the way it is going right now, I have one of your figures underneath my desk, which I'm going to try to open up tomorrow, do a review on, which is my first ever InArt figure. I do have the Batman on order. I do have the Superman on order. So your product may be good, but I'm not going to lie. Your marketing and the way you're handling things fucking sucks balls. And I don't think I'm going to be getting an advanced figure from you anytime soon. So I might as well just go out with a bang and say thanks and kiss my ass, InArt. I'll still buy your figures, but your marketing and all your shit, it sucks. Without further ado, let me see what
favoritism is how you kill your customer base.
Well, as I said, when there's no money to be made in YouTube, kiss ass and get free shit.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.